Right, hello team, and welcome to electricity. And we're going to have a look at electrons and circuits and conductors and insulators and volts and light bulbs and how these all come together to work with electricity. And in fact, we'll work out that electrons actually are electricity. All right, let's get into it. What is electricity? I think that's a pretty good place to start off at. You all know it's in ions and mobile phones and in iPads, but what is it? Where does it come from? Well, let's go right back to the very beginning. To understand what electricity is, we need to understand a bit about what atoms are. Okay, what are atoms? Well, I've drawn a picture of Mr. Burns. And there I am, looking very happy. Now, I wonder what would happen if you chopped me up into the smallest possible bits that you could. I mean, you chopped up every single thing absolutely into its tiniest possible way. You got like a special laser knife and cut me up as small as I could possibly go. Okay, you see, I'm not happy about it, but for the sake of science, we're going to do it. We're going to chop him up into his tiniest little bits. And those tiniest little bits, the smallest particles of matter that you can ever get, we call them atoms. All right, let's chop up Mr. Burns into his atoms. All right, 1, 2, 3, chop. All right, guys, there I am, all chopped up into my smallest possible parts. I mean, you've even chopped the blood up into its little bits. I mean, that's how far you've gone with chopping. That's how small it's gone. And what you're left with there, guys, whether you chop up Mr. Burns, whether you chop up wood, a pencil, whether you chop up a coin, the smallest unit of existence we call the atom. Let's have a close look at one. Okay, here's the one we're going to have a close look at it. Let's zoom in on it. Okay, there it is. Let's make it really big. The atom. Okay, guys, here it is, the atom close up. I know it's blurry, so I'm going to fix it up for you. Okay, you can see I've written down proton, and the proton is this little dot in here. It's a small unit of energy. Okay, and the electron is this tiny little dot here. And they actually buzz around the atom. They just circle around the atom. They just like to orbit the atom. Actually, the proton's inside the atom. The electron's outside the atom. He's just circling around the atom. It's a bit like the way the moon orbits the planet Earth. So you've got your protons, which are inside the heart of the atom, and you've got your electrons, which are just outside circling them. And this is what I'm going to go on about today, guys. The electron. He circles the outside of the atom like the moon circles the Earth. And guys, the electron is electricity. That's basically what electricity is. Electrons moving. All right, we're going to look at that a bit more. Okay, and that's all I really want you to remember there. Electrons are part of the atom that carry electrical energy. In fact, they are electrical energy. So let's just quickly review that. Okay, there's poor old Mr. Burns chopped up into the tiniest pieces possible, the smallest pieces of matter, and they're called atoms. It's the tiniest pieces of matter you can get. Here's a close-up of an atom. Okay, you can see you've got your proton inside the heart of the atom there. He lives in there, and you've got your electron. The important thing here is the electron out here. He spins around outside the atom like a moon spins around Earth, but much faster. And this is what you have to remember. Electrons are part of the atom that carry electrical energy. In fact, they are electrical energy. And we use those electrons as electricity. They're one and the same thing. Okay, guys, that's enough for now. I'll talk to you later. Look forward to the next video.